Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual cost for $15,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 70-year-old male. Now, first thing to keep in mind is you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. We're licensed in all 50 states. Just click whatever state you're in, click whatever coverage amount you want, put your birthday in there, and you'll be actually able to get to the quota that we use to help people with. You'll see actual pricing. I'm going to show you in that in just a moment here. So feel free to go directly to our website. But when you're looking at $15,000 for a 70-year-old male, the first thing you want to understand is that going to be enough insurance coverage? And it depends if you're going to have a burial or cremation, to be perfectly frank. So if you're going to have a cremation, $15,000 is more than enough. In fact, you might be overinsured. You know, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're looking to have some sort of a celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, you know, that's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. So $15,000 is definitely enough. If you've got an existing $15,000 worth of insurance, you know, stop your search. You've got a great plan there. However, if you're looking for new insurance, you might be a little overinsured. And again, we're just always trying to save people money. And we really feel that you should just get enough to do the job and not be overinsured. So, you know, in most cases, probably somewhere between $5,000 to $7,000, maybe up to $10,000. Just, you know, we don't know when we're going to die. That's kind of the challenge here. But we do want to allow some extra funds in there to allow for inflation, you know, as prices go up over time. So let's talk about the burial. You know, is $15,000 enough? Yeah, it really is. If you got a $15,000, you're probably okay. At least for the moment. The average cost of a burial right now in the United States is kind of generally right around $10,000. Now, at $10,000, that's not going to be anything fancy, right? So, just understand that if your family members walk into a funeral home with a $10,000 check, chances are that funeral home is going to help them. I can't imagine they would let that money walk down the street to somebody else. But again, it's not going to be fancy, but it'll get the job done. And if your finances are tight, you know, right now, get $10,000. That takes care of the most immediate needs. And, you know, that money will go to your family, you know, right away if it's first day coverage. Now, at $15,000, you're probably in pretty good shape for a while. Now, if you lived to like maybe 85 or something, you'd be probably nice to maybe have a little bit more coverage just due to that pesky thing called inflation. But you're pretty solid. So one thing we do recommend is for a 70-year-old male is get first day coverage. And that's what we specialize at Funeral Funds of America. First day coverage or benefits, low cost same day approvals. So most people would say, well, you know, yeah, but those first day coverage plans ask health questions. And don't be scared by the health questions. We work with enough different insurance companies. We can work around just about everything. 95% of the people we help qualify for first day coverage. The only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you had really significant health issues going on. And that could be like a terminal illness where you're going to pass away in the next year or so, or if you had dementia or you were on dialysis, or you're in a nursing home or a hospital or something like that. The other thing that happens occasionally, pretty much guaranteed on a monthly basis, if not more frequently, is somebody will call and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week. Their body is down at the funeral home, and they didn't have insurance, and we don't have any money, so we need to get this insurance right away on them so that we can pay the funeral home. And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company anywhere in the United States that will issue a policy on somebody that's already dead. You know, you can't say, hey, they're dead. Here's my money. You know, here's whatever, my premium. Give me $10,000, $15,000. Doesn't work that way. It's really sad. Really, the only thing we can do is just kind of learn from their mistake and, you know, understand that you need this insurance sooner. You have to have it before you actually need it. Now, there are some plans out there we don't recommend, and we don't recommend those 2-year waiting period plans. if you can qualify for first day coverage. And most of the time you can qualify for first day coverage. Now, Colonial Penn, their $9.95 plan, probably one of the most well-known 2-year waiting period plans out there because they advertise like crazy. And so many people watch those TV commercials, 7-year-old males watch that and go, oh my gosh, $9.95, that's terrific. I should probably be able to get, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of life insurance for $9.95. And unfortunately, nothing could be further from the truth. And Colonial Penn's not the only 2-year waiting period company out there. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha products, a 2-year waiting period plan. AIG, Gerber, there's a whole bunch of other ones. And a lot of those companies have done a really great job of kind of convincing people that the only thing that they qualify for is a 2-year waiting period. And nothing could be further from the truth because we help people all day long with first day coverage. But let's take a look at this Colonial Penn. It's kind of an interesting one. $9.95 sounds kind of interesting. $9.95. How much can you get insurance-wise for a 70-year-old male? Well, they sell insurance in units, right? So you can't actually get even coverage amounts in most cases. You end up with these kind of wonky, odd numbers. So $9.95 for a 70-year-old male would get you $689. Now, that's not enough for a cremation. And if it'd be embarrassing to walk into a funeral home with a $689 check hoping that would pay for everything. It absolutely would not. It's just a terrible position to put your family in. $9.95 just doesn't cut it. So let's take a look and see if we can even get $15,000 worth of coverage, because Colonial Penn's got this per unit pricing. Again, you can't actually buy $15,000. You got to fiddle around with the units to kind of see how much coverage you get, and they max out at 15 units. Let's see what that is. So the maximum you can get for Colonial Penn is that'd be $149, is $10,035. So you can't actually even get $15,000, but you can with first day insurance companies. Let's take a look at that. So go over here. We've got $15,000, 70-year-old male. Let's hit the quote button. Again, let's take a look here. Colonial Penn, I'm going to round this number up, $150 for $10,000. If we go over here, come on, quote button. There we go. So again, this is $10,000 for $150. This is $15,000. $15,000 for $102. I'm going to round the numbers. That is $150 to $100. So essentially almost $50 more a month for a Colonial Penn plan, and you're going to get roughly $5,000 less coverage. So, why would you do that? You're overpaying. So if it's $50 a month, roughly, that's $600 a year. If you live to age 70, another 10 years, that's going to be $6,000 you've overpaid. So that's the clear message here is don't overpay at the start, because you overpay every single day for the rest of your life. And why would you do that? Let's take a look at a couple other insurance companies. I want you to see as we go down here. Let's see, find somebody else that advertises a lot. Oh, like Lincoln Heritage, they're a fine company. Level coverage, first day coverage. But if you look at their pricing, $130.66. So Lincoln Heritage has got a deal where, they will call, 2-3 funeral homes after you pass away to kind of negotiate the lowest pricing. And they do some other things as well, but that's kind of the what they advertise the most. But you end up paying for that service, right? So $130 versus $102. Let's just round the numbers, say it's $30 more. That's $360 more a year. After 10 years, that's $3,600 to make 2 or 3 phone calls and do a couple other things. We recommend you keep that money in your own pocket. And at Funeral Funds, what we've done is we've created a funeral and estate planning guide where you can fill that out, prior to your death and leave that behind for your family members. Keep it with the insurance policy. When you pass away, they know everything that you want done. They know that you thought of them, you cared for them, and you loved them enough to think about that in their kind of most critical time of need, that you took care of this for them. But Trinity Life Insurance Company, great company. We work with them. If you want to get those rates, let us know. So keep in mind, you can go directly to our website, funeralfunds.com. Use our quote. We've got these on just about every page. We've got our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. We're licensed in all 50 states. We can help you get this coverage, whether you want to get brand new coverage, if you want to add on to an existing policy, or if you have existing insurance and you want to see if you can save money. Regardless, if you just want information, we can help you out. So just reach out to us. We look forward to helping you with this. Until that day comes, you take care. You stay safe. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.